Hi there. It's about 4:30 in the morning. My son woke up at 4 and I had to rock him back to sleep. And now I'm wide awake, so I have my essential coffee with me. Coffee. It's been a while since I made a video, but I've learnt from the last lot that I posted, which is nearly a year ago, that you guys have been mostly interested in the articulation exercises that I posted, and I've had like over 50,000 views and I've got nearly 2,000 subscribers just from that one video alone. So hey, thank you for paying attention and showing an interest. It's possible that you use those daily exercises or that you may be getting bored of them by now. So what I thought, I'd top up and take you to the next level and give you some that are a little bit more advanced. What I've decided to do is use songs and lyrics from songs to help you with your articulation. 3 of today's articulation exercises are from songs, and another from one of my subscribers called Diane Shepherd, who's a singer, and she wanted to share this tongue twister with me. So now I'm going to share it with you. Thank you, Diane. So Diane sent me a lovely message below one of my videos telling me how she's a singer and that she's always into improving her voice, and she left this articulation exercise with me. So I'm going to try it out. I probably won't be as fast as she probably is because she knows it very well, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. And I'm going to show you how I can improve it myself. It's early in the morning. I've not really warmed up yet, but I'm going to tell it to you now. A man said to me, "Can you dance?" I said, "Who?" He said, "You." I said, "Me?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Where?" He said, "There." I said, "No." He said, "Oh." Okay, so this will have to go a bit faster. A man said to me, "Can you dance?" I said, "Who?" He said, "You." I said, "Me?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Where?" He said, "There." I said, "Oh." He said, "No." Ah. A man said to me, "Can you dance?" I said, "Who?" He said, "You." I said, "Me?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Where?" He said, "There." I said, "No." He said, "Oh." Okay, so it's if you don't know it, it's quite tricky. So it's once, I think some of these you really have to learn before you can pick up the speed. But the whole point of this is for articulation. So this is good to get your mind working. I thought it's a lovely little play on words, and you have to do some work to remember it, I think, first. I'll come back to this one again once I've learnt it. But what I will do, just to help with my articulation right now, is using my knuckle of my pointy finger. I'm going to try it a couple of times, just like that. To help open up some of those articulation muscles. Okay, so here we go. A man said to me, "Can you dance?" I said, "Who?" He said, "You." I said, "Me?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Where?" He said, "There." I said, "No." He said, "Oh." A man said to me, "Can you dance?" I said, "Who?" He said, "You." I said, "Me?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Where?" He said, "There." I said, "No." He said, "Oh." So now it should be a little bit crisper. A man said to me, "Can you dance?" I said, "Who?" He said, "You." I said, "Me?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Where?" He said, "There." I said, "No." He said, "Oh." It's what'd be nice to do here, actually, is once you learn it, to start adding a little bit of the meaning of what's going in there, because you can just say words, but once you start giving them actions and meaning and stuff in there, something behind it, they can become alive more, and actually it might make it a little easier. A man said to me, "Can you dance?" I said, "Who?" He said, "You." I said, "Me?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Where?" He said, "There." I said, "No." He said, "Oh." A man said to me, "Can you dance?" I said, "Who?" He said, "You." I said, "Me?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Where?" He said, "There." I said, "No." He said, "Oh." All right, so that's good enough as a beginner to this new one. Thanks, Diane. Again, you can go to my website if you want to get any of these printouts. I have changed the website since the last time I posted a video, and it is now vocabilities.com. So the website is now Improve Your Vocal Ability, and vocabilities.com is the website. So what we're going to do now is we're going to rap for articulation. So this is good just to articulate and warm up the mouth muscles, but it's also good if you're a rapper and you want to try some tricky little rhymes. I'm more of a singer than a rapper, but they're still really useful to do anyway. So this one is from a band called Collapsed Lung, who were most famous in the mid to late 90s for their UK hip hop. But they had a live band with bass, guitar, drums, samplers, and the frontman, who later went on to become Mr. B, Gentleman Rhymer. But a lot of his raps and rhymes were quite tricky and they make great tongue twisters, and I've used a lot of them, and I may add a little medley of some of their songs as a warm-up, articulation warm-up for myself. So I'm going to share just a short one with you now. It's from a track called Interactive off their Jackpot Goalie album, and it goes like this. In my life, I've come to realise that I'd like a woman who could bust a woman like yours to be my wife. Okay, so basically it's a guy talking about how he likes girls that breakdance, and he's in love with this girl who could do a perfect windmill, for those of you that know what that is. So let's try it again. In my life, I've come to realise that I'd like a woman who could bust a woman like yours to be my wife. In my life, I've come to realise that I'd like a woman who could bust a windmill like yours to be my wife. So before we speed it up, let's try it with our knuckle in our mouth. In my life, I've come to realise that I'd like a woman who could bust a windmill like yours to be my wife. In my life, I've come to realise that I'd like a woman who could bust a windmill like yours to be my wife. Okay. In my life, I've come to realise that I'd like a woman who could bust a woman like yours to be my wife. Now, I've got a bit of an accent. You may be from the States or anywhere else in the world and have a different accent. So don't worry too much about that. Just try to make sure you get the words clear and crisp as possible. In my life, I come to realise that I'd like a woman who could bust a woman like yours to be my wife. Now, the band are kind of from a similar area as me, so they've got a similar accent, and so it works with my accent quite well. It may be trickier, depending on where you're from, but for me, it sounds like this. In my life, I come to realise that I'd like a woman who could bust a woman like yours to be my wife. Alright? Good luck with that one. So next up, I'm going to use some lyrics written by Eminem. It's actually from a Dr. Dre track on the 2001 album. I'm really sorry if people don't like swearing, but this particular rhyme has swearing in it. Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips, just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. Okay, so my accent's a little bit crazy on this one, but you get the idea. I'm going to try it a little bit faster now, but I'm going to try it with my knuckle in my mouth. Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out and move their lips, just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. I'll do that one more time, a bit faster. Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got something to say, when nothing comes out and move their lips, just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. Okay, let's see how that changed. Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips, just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. So that wasn't perfect, but I think it's a really good one, because it's difficult. There's a lot of words that, if you did articulate, you'd trip over. So it's interesting to see where sometimes you need to take the articulation out to make the rhyme work. But it's a really good one at getting your mouth moving and getting your brain thinking at the same time. Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips, just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. Eminem's really good at taking words and just slightly manipulating them so they sound the same as what they're supposed to, but he's not articulating them quite as much as they should be, but they work in the sentence and they work in the line. He's very good at that. Okay, I'm going to try it in my own hometown accent, which is kind of East London, Essex, and it sounds a bit more like this. Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips, just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. So this next one is from one of my bands called Henshin X, which is an electro-punk band from London, and I wrote these lyrics specifically to be quite difficult to say. So I'm going to use this because actually, after writing them, I spent ages getting them right. Seriously, it was very difficult. It was great on the page, but actually doing it took me some time. So I'm going to share them with you, and maybe it'll help you too. They go like this. The pressers, they messed up our messages, lest you be blessed and abreast while they test on us. The press as the pressed us and messed up our messages, lest you be blessed and abreast while they test on us. It's a good idea to try and do this all in one breath. So make sure you're getting a good full amount of breath before you do it. The pressers, they messed up our messages, lest you be blessed and abreast while they test on us. The pressers, they messed up our messages, lest you be blessed and abreast while they test on us. Okay, so look, guys, these are all a little bit strange and quite tricky too. So don't feel bad if you can't get them off the page, because, you know, like with Diane Shepherd's one, I can't really do that one very well, and I won't until I've learnt it. So if it takes a bit more time to go away and learn these, do it because they're really going to be worthwhile. You've got all kind of sounds throughout these 4 different ones. You work with the R sounds, L sounds, W's, S's, T's, D's, and so that, you know, a lot of things are used within these 4 lyrics. Okay, so if you need to go to my website and pull them off, great, but they're also written below the video. So thank you for joining me. Do subscribe if you want to get more. I'm going to finish my coffee now and then go back to bed. Thanks.